I think that what is happening in the world today is that so many of the decisions which affect our lives are being taken remotely, are being taken by remote authorities, or even those authorities may find themselves powerless in the face of great movements in human affairs which they can't control. And so we're seeing a curious process, which I suppose is pulling in different ways, where states are becoming bigger. The old idea of the relatively small state, both in geographical and population terms, has been replaced by larger confederations, by larger blocks, power blocks, and we feel that we can lose our sense of identity within that. We can lose our sense of being able to control our own future, and our own fate. And by and large, I don't think that leads to greater happiness in individuals. Most people want to have some sense of some control over their lives.
Some sense they are steering the ship and being led by their own values.
Well, that's right. I mean, this explains the appeal of democracy. Democracy is a very appealing political notion. The idea that that the state says to you, "What do you want me, the state, to do? What do you want to happen? What do you think is best?" And that leads to obviously a close dialogue and association between the individual and the state. The opposite of that is a political model where the state says, "You shut up, you do what you're told to do, and we're going to make all the decisions for you." So that's the dystopian notion of the remote state. So we're getting, there's a natural tendency for things to get bigger because they're cheaper when they're bigger. It's cheaper to do everything that we do if you're doing much bigger things. But you give up something if you do that. You give up a sense of the local. Take something like very ordinary business of buying the stuff that we need to get through life. So buying your groceries, buying your clothing, all of that, buying the necessities of life. That's becoming more standardized, more removed from us. The idea of the local store in the local high street has been replaced by the mega stores, the virtual stores where we don't even set foot in them. So we order everything online, it arrives with us. Now that gives us tremendous choice. You've got a far greater range of physical items that you can get if you shop in that particular way. But you've lost the human contact of the corner store. You've lost the human contact of the fishmonger or the bakery or whatever. Whatever.
And that really worries me. That worries me because I mean, I obviously still have all those memories. They were formative for me, so that will never go anywhere. But my children, if things carry on as they've carried on, will only know Amazon and the likes of Amazon for all of their lives, all of their needs. They can just press a button and it magically appears, probably via drone very soon. And
well,
whereas we were devastated recently. Our local ironmonger shut down in our local town, and I loved being able to go in there and just be able to pick up a screw. Just say I need this screw, or I need this rule plug, or something small, and being able to just buy small items, but being able to ask someone for some advice. And we don't want to lose that. I feel very concerned that we're in danger of losing that, and
we are losing all that now. People say, "Well, does that matter?" Because you're getting a far broader range of choice, and you're probably getting it cheaper. I think I agree with you. I think it does matter because I think life is composed of small transactions between people and relationships between people. And if we're in a situation where we never have to go out and have any dealings with anybody, we're going to be lonely. So the modern world is really there's tremendous drift towards loneliness and depersonalization, and I think that amounts to a loss in human terms. If we say that, broadly speaking, our philosophical goal should be to pursue human flourishing in its broadest sense, I don't think that's compatible with human flourishing. I think that's compatible with dehumanization. And so I think we're worried about that. Now, of course, there's a relentless pressure in technology to take the human out of the equation. Driverless cars are already on the streets. In San Francisco, there are large numbers of driverless taxis going around the place, and people getting very used to them. Then along will come driverless trucks, and in the United States, for example, trucking is, I think, the biggest single occupation. There are more truckers than any other particular calling. So these people are going to lose their jobs when the driverless trucks come in. Taxi drivers are going to lose their jobs. So when you get into taxi in future, you won't have any exchange of the sort we so value today, where we say we start off with great day today, isn't it? Or it's a bit sunnier today, or whatever. And then you get on to the football or to the the problem of badly behaved cyclists or whatever the agenda with the taxi driver is. But all of that actually makes for human exchange. So yeah, we're losing the human bit in life because of these forces. People, of course, are resisting it. So, for example, there's the local food movement. People are wanting to buy food that comes from nearby, if at all possible. That's an example of rejection of that. So we are sort of kicking against it.